So, what do you guys think? I mean, normally I'd be nothing but thrilled if I was to dress this nice, but today just sadly is not one of those occasions. Although I will admit, the sun is shining at the moment, and it is scheduled to be a beautiful day. So there's that. This is gonna be a long day. Specifically from like 9:30 till probably noon. But I've said it before, when I first started making videos, I knew at some point I would have days like this one, but I never wished for this to happen. So, I guess the only thing I can do at the moment is take a moment, sit down, and just find a way to be, happy. And thankfully, I do that every day, at least over 15 minutes a day, doing this. So, I don't see why I can't continue to do that now. One moment. Accidentally bumped into something. Actually, let me do that just a little bit. There we go. Normally, I really wouldn't wear shoes on the ottoman, but actually, hold on. This is actually really interesting. Well, I'll tell you. This is a weird coat. There's a button on the inside holding this together too, as well as one on the outside. There. And sit down properly. So, today's the day. The day of my grandmother's funeral. If you couldn't already tell. I guess before I get into talking about that, I mean, I do have a low, high, and act of kindness, and I mean, they all center around what's going on today, but, it couldn't be more true. I mean, yesterday I probably had, one of the most fun days of the year. Because I had family come from all over. We actually had a party about, 20 people to celebrate my brother's birthday. I mean, his birthday was actually Saturday, but we celebrated it yesterday. And that was a lot of fun. In fact, it almost made me forget why everyone was really here in the first place. And that's the low, is the fact that is the reason why everyone's here in the first place. I mean, for those of you wondering, as someone who's always been for, being able to show emotions and being okay for even a grown man to cry, surprisingly, I haven't really found myself getting teary-eyed. I mean, if I was a little kid, I probably would be right now. But, right, I guess, before I continue, I should probably tell you, my act of kindness was helping my mom set up everything for yesterday. And that was only for about 20 people. We're scheduled to have about 50 after the funeral. Ah, boy. Thank God you have places like Wegmans to get vegetable platters and cheese platters, right? Listen, this is a very somber day. I'm trying to lighten the mood here. So, yeah, so everyone is here for my grandmother's birthday. My grandmother's funeral. It was my brother's birthday yesterday. So we celebrated his birthday, and last couple of years that my brother's had a birthday, he's wanted barbecue pork chops. Which is actually something I need to make a Mom Food Chronicles on. But I'll do that. Actually, it's been a good while since I've done a Mom Food Chronicles, hasn't it? I should do another one soon. I mean, there's still quite a few that I haven't done yet, particularly stuff that my late grandfather made. Rest in power, Bobo. And, you know, we had the barbecue pork chops, we had mashed potatoes, we also had the Knorr's, like, microwavable rice as well, for in case anyone didn't want mashed potatoes. We had green beans, Brussels sprouts, salad. We had fruit and cheese and cracker plate. My mom made French onion dip with chips. There was a bowl of Doritos. There was shrimp, cocktail sauce. I mean, we had a lot of food. And we also had ice cream cake for dessert because it was my brother's birthday. Actually, it was funny. We had cake and ice cream, but there was ice cream cake. So I got ice cream with my ice cream cake. It's pretty sick, huh? Yeah. And I can tell, and I know it's my brother's birthday because here's the thing. I've hardly ever seen my brother eat this, ever. But my mom is convinced, like, it's his favorite. My brother likes cookie dough ice cream. Oh, I've never seen my brother eat cookie dough ice cream. My mom's just convinced that that's his favorite. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like cookie dough ice cream. It's a solid flavored ice cream. I like it a lot. I mean, those chunks of cookie dough really the chunks of cookie dough really put it together for me. Although I'm surprised, like, no one's ever thought of making chocolate, like double chocolate cookie dough. Like chocolate cookies and chocolate ice cream. Or chocolate chip cookie dough. Oh, that'd be sick. Oh, that'd be a good idea for ice cream. Someone make that a thing, please. I guess, like, my hands are, like, right here. I just sort of resting here. I can rest them up here, maybe. That works. Or up here. Again, I'm trying to lighten the mood here. I guess at the moment, in terms of how I'm feeling overall, because I mentioned how I'm not, like, overly weepy like I thought I would be when I was a little kid. I guess there's still that level of shock. I mean, for those of you wondering how specifically my grandmother died, it actually started about a month ago when there was like a stomach bug that was hitting everybody. It even got me. In fact, if you recall, about a month ago, I told you guys, it was a Saturday morning. I told you all that the night before I like couldn't get any sleep at all. It was because like I had chills and some bathroom related issues. Point is, like, the stomach bug got everybody, including my grandmother. But I mean, my grandmother is 89 years old, and it hit her particularly hard. On top of that, she also got pneumonia, which, you know, they were able to fix, but from that moment on, I mean, she just kind of just gave up. I mean, she already was a person who didn't really eat very much. So, and I'll never forget too, literally, like, not even a week ago, I told you guys, like, her vital signs are normal. She just really wouldn't eat. And what's even funnier, we had, like, everything prepared. In terms of, like, you know, treatment. So, like, we had visiting angels, you know, we had hospice. I believe we had Care First New York. Shout out to Care First New York. I have a friend who works there. Very, the nicest person on the face of God's green earth I know works at Care First New York. So shout out to Care First New York. have physical therapy. Like, we had everything ready to go to try and help her. And that morning, she had passed. Literally after, well, before, technically I guess she passed before I made the video talking about, whatever happens, next happens. Which was obviously true. But, like, I had an appointment with someone at, like, from 8 to 9. I get to my family shop, and right before I'm about to park, that's when I get the call from my dad saying that she was gone. I was actually kind of thinking regarding, hold on. Because I lost my Aunt Debbie on a Tuesday. And I also believe I lost my Aunt Kathy also on a Tuesday. Actually, I take that back. It might have been a Monday on. Because the first time I did the Why I'm Still Here video for my Aunt Kathy. Well, my Aunt Kathy died on December 18th, 2018. And the first Why I'm Still Here video was, I believe, on a Thursday. Yeah, it was a Thursday. So Friday was the 15th. Yeah, it was a Monday. I mean, I kind of thought it was going to be around like the beginning of the week, but Wednesday was like dead middle. Come to think of it, I think I lost my grandfather, the one I just called Bubble earlier. I lost him also on a like Monday, Tuesday roughly. My other grandma passed away on a Saturday. So, I don't know, I guess I thought there'd be some sort of pattern there, but there's not. But when I first started making videos, I had 4 grandparents. I only have one alive now. Who, again, when my grandmother got sick a month ago, we were supposed to celebrate my grandfather's 90th birthday, which, he made it to 90. It's interesting. Like, my Aunt Kathy was actually morbidly obese. And, like, considering how bad she was, like, a lot of people would suspect, like, she didn't really have much time to live because she was about 65 when she passed, or something along those lines. But my mom says, you know what, you got good genes. My point is, I think my grandfather is the person with those good genes. Because of my 4 grandparents, he's the only one who's made it to 90. So, I mean, I definitely look like my father's side of the family, so maybe I actually will live to be a lot older than I thought I would. Although I guess, in the case of my grandfather, I mean, he and my grandma had been married for 71 years. It was going to be 72 in October. So, honestly, I think listen, I'm sad. My brother's sad. My parents are sad. The rest of my family is sad. And I don't think it's really a contest or anything. But I'm pretty sure the person who's going to be most sad is obviously my grandfather. I mean, 71 years. It seems like such an arbitrarily odd number. In fact, I do believe it's a prime number. But it's just hard to quantify just how long that is. I mean, literally 4 times, like, they've been together like 3 times the age they were when they first got married at age 18. I mean, they eloped, it was like, the early 50s. You could get away with a lot back then. Oh, don't get me wrong, it was still a scandal even then. And obviously both sets of parents didn't really care for that, but, eventually everybody warmed up to each other, and, I mean, a whole lot of years later, led to me being born and me talking about this now, technically. So, in a lot of ways, I can genuinely tell you that my grandparents eloping, probably the best thing that could have happened. And I'll never forget as they were taking my grandmother's body away, because we were all at their house, waiting for the coroner and everybody else to show up. That might have been the first time I think I ever saw my grandfather get weepy. The image of my grandfather kissing my grandmother on the forehead one last time, that's an image that's going to be in my head for the rest of my life. It will live on rent-free. And it really is, by all accounts, it's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. But it's also so very beautiful. 71 years they've been together, and even they were fighting, not once did he ever not kiss my grandma. Death has the uncanny ability to change people's lives forever. Usually it isn't really for any good either, but it happened. If there is one good thing about death, I can definitely say is, I don't want to die either, obviously, but I can't help but feel that I want to live a long time, but I don't want to live forever, especially if it could mean the possibility of being by myself. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. Well, I suppose I should probably head over to the church soon. Funeral's at 9:30. It's just past 7:45 right now. So I guess I'll stop it off here. Seriously, it's so crazy. The sun is shining brightly, right in my face. And, you think with how bright the sun is, it's going to be beautiful. You never know what's about to happen is going to happen. And who am I kidding? Life just has a funny way of being silly. I'm very sorry if this video is melancholy. Really, I am. Especially when, again, it's not usually the norm for me of all people. But I knew that I'd have to deal with days like this when I made videos every day, and sadly this is one of them. If you didn't stick around for the entirety of the video, thank you very much for indulging me. In terms of my grandmother herself, I can genuinely say I am very humbled that she was a part of my life. Oh my gosh, what if the sun's shining down me as my grandmother at work? Wouldn't that be something? Well, if that is the case, then I guess I don't need to say I hope she's in a better place. Because if she is shining a light on me right now, that's clearly her right. Then I know where she is then. But, listen, a lot of you reached out to me, and I can't help but, and I can't possibly thank you enough for that. So thank you. And you better believe that if you ever want to talk, I'll be happy to do the same for you guys. So take care, make good choices. 607 all day, baby.